CEO and founder of uHodler, multifunctional and multi-currency fintech platform. So, of course, you can use your Bitcoin in multiple ways. You can use your Bitcoin as an investment for long term, right? In some cases, you can use your Bitcoin for payment reasons.
Yeah.
You're asking about loans, and yes, and this is already happening. And as a part of like an evolution, of course, I'm absolutely open to have some strategic partners, but it's not about quitting. It's about partnering with. If you look at the chart of Bitcoin now, right?
Yeah.
I think it's still right moment.
Of course, it's the right moment.
Yeah. So
it's still cheap.
I don't want to invest in Melania coin. So Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is the right.
Sorry, Melania.
Ecco, possiamo iniziare alla perfezione il nostro vlog. Infatti oggi sono qua grazie a uHodler, mi ha permesso di venire qui a vivere l'esperienza del walkthrough, ma anche dello Sky Lounge, di tutta quella che è l'esperienza di vedere una partita dal vivo. Infatti uHodler è al momento partner e sponsor del Torino Calcio FC e noi abbiamo registrato un'intervista proprio con il CEO di uHodler. Io ora vi lascio l'intervista, spero che vi piaccia e ringrazio ancora tantissimo uHodler per l'esperienza che mi hanno permesso di vivere oggi. Bella. Benvenuti in Bitcoin Media. E ora, linea allo studio. Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today with our first interview in English. For this first time we will make an interview with the CEO of uHodler. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hi guys.
Do you want to present yourself to the people that are watching right now this video and maybe don't know you because it's the first time approaching on the platform and even the channel maybe?
Yeah, sure. So hi guys, my name is Ilya. I'm CEO and founder of uHodler, multifunctional and multi-currency fintech platform. So plus to this, I'm a board member of Crypto Valley Association in Switzerland, and plus to this, I'm a big fan of Torino Football Club.
Yes. In fact, today we are here in Torino, but you probably already see in the beginnings to watch the football match between Torino and Empoli, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Well, I want to start with some question about uHodler and the function about uHodler. You know, when we talk about risk and compliance, you know, in a context of increasing crypto regulation, how are you adopting your business model?
So, starting from day one, we were focusing a lot on compliance part. So, we invest a lot in all the processes, all legal and compliance processes and structures. So, to give you an idea about the structure of the company, we have our headquarters in Switzerland. We're based in Lausanne. Plus to this, we have multiple subsidiaries in different countries. So, we regulated in the European Union. We have a strong focus in Italy. We have our CASP authorization, CASP license in Italy. So plus to this, we have some other countries in the European Union, like we have our authorization in Spain, for example. And we also invest in other countries. For example, if we speak about other continents, we have our license in Argentina. So, and I believe you know that if you have some licenses or authorizations, you have to be compliant, right?
Of course.
You have to take care of not just about like boring paperwork. You have to take care of risk management in general, right? And speaking about risk management, it's again, it's like a different kind of risks. So it's like regulatory risks, it's like financial risks, it's cybersecurity risks. So you have to invest in all kind of aspects of risk management.
And which was the hardest part of create this diversity type of authorization in all these countries? And which one was the easiest country to get a compliance?
I would say that there is no any easy jurisdictions.
Okay.
So there are no like easy ways to stay compliant. So it's all about hard work. It's all about a lot of investments, and again, people, structures, processes, and everything. So many people think that crypto is just something, you know, easy, but in reality, managing crypto financial institution is exactly the same thing like managing traditional financial institutions.
Of course. Even harder if you don't have the base.
Even harder because again, regulators, they're still like new to this, right?
Of course.
And in some countries they are trying to do.
Hai cripto ma ti serve liquidità immediata e vendere non rientra lontanamente tra le opzioni. Con Hodler potrai ottenere un prestito direttamente in euro, dollari o stablecoin, senza assolutamente dover vendere le tue cripto. Le lascerai infatti come garanzia. Ti basta selezionare l'importo, scegliere la tua cripto come collaterale e in pochi clic riceverai subito i fondi. Nessun controllo di credito, nessuna attesa. Otterrai fino al 97% di LTD, tassi competitivi e non dovrai perdere l'esposizione alle tue cripto. Massimalizza il valore delle tue cripto senza venderle. Prova Hodler. Ottieni ora liquidità immediata anche in euro.
A lot of like additional work,
Okay.
and they're trying to put additional like pressure just because it's new.
Yeah.
So.
And talking about the future of Hodler, are you considering to like make some partnership or dealship with some banks or?
Of course, and actually we do that already now because
Okay.
if you look at our platform, if you look at our product and services, you will see that we have on one side we have all major, not major actually, we have almost all cryptocurrencies and tokens on the platform. So we have all majors, all traditionals, and we are quite like following trends, listing some new and fancy coins. And on the other side, we have all major traditional currencies like Euro, Dollar, British Pound, Swiss Franc. We have some Latin American pesos. So, and of course, in order to manage traditional part, we need to have partners because we're not a bank ourselves.
Of course.
So, and we are actually quite advanced in terms of this traditional part because with us you can have your native IBAN bank account inside the platform opened on your name, so you can link your card like Visa or MasterCard. By that you can just easily top up your account, easily withdraw in a matter of just a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So with us you can use basically all major banking protocols to again top up and withdraw. And again, all these kind of things are based on partnerships, right? Speaking about something new, again, we have basically all traditional things like cards and Apple Pay, Google Pay, IBANs, but we also, again, based on some partnerships, we're integrating some new ways to manage your funds and on both sides, crypto side and then the traditional side. To give you an idea, we have integrated recently very interesting feature called Universal Money Address.
Oh, okay.
So actually, this product was created by the team of Lightspark, and actually, team of Lightspark is like a team who created PayPal originally.
Oh.
So it's like tier one guys from PayPal or Facebook, these kind of companies. So based on Bitcoin Lightning, they created money protocol to transfer funds, any kind of funds, fiat or crypto, like from point A to point B, from any country to any country. So, and we have it integrated on Hodler. So, for example, if you have your account with us and you have, let's say, euro, and you'd like to transfer your funds to your girlfriend in, let's say, I don't know, Brazil. Right? So you can transfer your euro, she will receive Brazilian real. Transaction itself will be managed through Bitcoin. But on your side, it will be euro. On her side, it will be Brazilian real.
I will not see nothing, and she will not see nothing. But
in a matter
exchange,
of it's just 2 seconds on average. So the only thing, of course, you need to have your account with us here in Italy, and she needs to open an account with the Hodler in Brazil. So,
that's a really cool feature that will be implemented a lot in the future about Bitcoin.
I'm speaking about your Brazilian girlfriend, I guess.
Of course. Well, you just talk about Bitcoin, you know. I want to ask you, will you see in the future Bitcoin used as
payments?
No, will you see Bitcoin will be used as a replacement for loans and debit asset as a collateral, you know. When
As collateral,
you can use maybe to give a loan in Bitcoin. Why don't?
I don't think that we're speaking about replacements, any kind of
Okay.
replacements. We're speaking just about like new category of like financial instruments. So, of course, you can use your Bitcoin in multiple ways. You can use your Bitcoin as an investment for long term, right? In some cases, you can use your Bitcoin for payment reasons.
Yeah.
You're asking about loans, and yes, and this is already happening. So if you have Bitcoin, you don't want to sell it, so you can simply pledge it, right? So you can
Yeah.
use your Bitcoin as collateral and get cash out of it. But you can also borrow Bitcoin. So if
course.
you have, let's say, stable coins or euros, actually you can take loan in Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's like a more complex instrument that is being used actually by active crypto users who are trying to like extract profit from market volatility.
Okay.
So again, it's not just a replacement to something else. It's just another financial instrument which is similar actually to many other instruments, including traditional instruments. So yeah, but the key thing to understand is that Bitcoin itself is a very interesting like feature, because in some cases it can be considered like a digital gold, right? In some cases it can be considered as like highly potential investment instrument. Following my example with universal money address, Bitcoin can be used as a payment rail,
Of course.
as an alternative to even stable coins, if it's connected to other currencies on different sites. So, and of course, Bitcoin can be used as like as collateral. So,
Of
yeah,
course.
multiple ways.
Now I will ask you like a traditional ask that I do every time on my channel. How did you discover Bitcoin?
It's an interesting question. So, I was not that smart back then. So,
Okay.
So year after publishing, after Bitcoin white paper was published,
Okay.
I was trying to build another startup.
Okay.
So it was actually, maybe you remember, it was a crisis time, another
Yeah.
global crisis, lack of liquidity everywhere. So when
After 2008.
yeah, so and we created a digital barter platform. So the
Okay.
idea was brilliant. We thought that it was brilliant. So the idea was to manage like a system where participants would be able to exchange different kind of products and services without any kind of cash payments, any kind of fiat payments.
Of course.
So we created like an internal digital currency that was used for internal settlements. So Bitcoin was already created, but as I said, I was not that smart. So I just thought, so we have better ideas. So so we were
Just
trying
focus
to,
on them.
Yeah, we were trying to manage our own
course.
digital currency. We even didn't call it cryptocurrency. So
Okay.
and the problem was the following. So, and again, that's why I'm saying that it was my fault. So our system was very localized, very closed, right? So, and it was possible to operate only inside the system, and it was possible to operate only between the members of the system.
Okay.
So cryptocurrencies in general, Bitcoin, of course, it's like an open system, right? So it's an open protocol, anyone can join it. So, and just because our system was just very localized, like in a year, a bit even less, we faced some, some issues with devaluation of not just the coin itself inside the platform, but also devaluation of some services inside the platform.
Of course.
So, and of course, we had to close that startup. And after that, I read carefully Bitcoin white paper.
Okay.
I finally understood that it's really powerful feature that will change the world.
Of course.
And yeah, after that we started, our developments, and yeah, so finally we have uHodler.
That's a really cool cool story. Even because like you discovered it like the year after.
I knew it, but I didn't pay enough attention
Yeah,
to this.
that-
Like many of us, right?
Of
So-
course, like at that time, nobody will care about Bitcoins and even trust it because it's like totally new. Talking about Yodler, you know, a lot of other companies usually maybe focus even in this crypto part, focuses on short term and even speculation. What is the Yodler vision in the next 5 or 10 years? You know.
So I believe that crypto in general will become like an integral part of financial markets, and it's already happening, right? We got a big push to this evolution a year ago, I think. It was a year ago, acceptance of ETFs, right?
Yeah.
So, so now what we see that even traditional banks are integrating crypto, including Bitcoin, right? So we can list a lot of traditional names, right? Last week it was a big news from Spanish BBVA Bank, right? It's like a huge bank, and now it's working with crypto. Like again, last year it was a big announcement from Raiffeisen Bank in Austria, right? In Switzerland, PostFinance, they're offering crypto to their users. So we see that it's already like a part of the bigger system. So I was always saying that crypto is not a revolution. It's just like a logical evolutionary way of developments of the markets, including financial markets. So, and I think if you're asking me about the future, so I think that it will be just in line with other parts of financial market from different segments. Again, if we speak about investments, yes, Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies will be in line with other financial investment instruments, right? If we speak about payment rails, it will be clearly like an alternative to many other payment rails. Like even now, so we know that still like there is a big dominance of protocols like SWIFT in traditional banking system, but at the same time we see already now that some big financial institutions are using crypto, blockchain, in some cases stable coins for cross-border payments, for settlements between banks. Like in Switzerland, there are some projects where banks are using crypto for interbank settlements, like some big banks and
to exchange
local exchange.
internally.
Yeah, so they settle between of them, not in traditional currencies. They settle in tokenized instruments, and they use blockchain for that reasons. And again, speaking about the future, we will see more use cases and more things like that. So again, it's just logical, evolutionary, way of developments of everything. So.
Okay. Now I will make you like an answer, a question that's pretty common. Like AI is already talking a lot. But what's your vision between crypto and AI revolution that can really work together? There are some future development that can be used even for you older, maybe. Implemented in the platform. Are you already studying that part?
Of course, yeah. So again, it's all pieces of developing modern world. So crypto can be a native currency of AI, artificial intelligence, and it's already happening. Okay. So of course, we're speaking about like different things, like crypto itself and blockchain. Like blockchain, it's like an infrastructure, right? And crypto is like a currency of those infrastructures, blockchain-based infrastructures. But artificial intelligence it's an intelligence, right?
Of course.
So and intelligence can operate based on different kind of infrastructures, and blockchain can offer some essential features for artificial intelligence. So first of all, again, blockchain as like again infrastructure and some kind of like a rails where different kind of artificial intelligence can interact with each other. Okay. So with all the benefits like privacy and all these kind of things, transparency. So coins and tokens can be used as a currency, like a native currency of these kind of things. Again, it's like different pieces that are pieces of something bigger, and this something bigger is actually modern world. So if you ask me about how do we use it, sorry. So we are experimenting with AI. We are using that for building like selections of our listed coins and tokens.
Okay.
So,
So implemented in the part of...
yes. So also, actually, I think next week we will release some new feature, which
Stay tuned.
yeah. So we'll release bundles.
Okay.
Where just in one click you will be able to buy a bundle of different coins and tokens. And we're still trying, because it's still not like a very like solid technology, but we're trying to utilize artificial intelligence to manage selections of coins for different kind of bundles. But for sure, we already use AI for a different kind of analytics.
Okay.
So we provide our customers with analytics, and it's managed by humans. So we have our trading department,
team.
yes, and we have our markets department, and guys in our markets department, they're using AI, of course. And I believe that in the short term, actually, the usage of these kind of technologies will be just much wider. So, yeah.
Now a more personal question.
Of course.
Have you ever thought about quitting? Like there is that were like some point in your career where you maybe thought about quitting this project, or even, I don't know.
Short answer is no, but long answer is that, of course, I'm thinking about getting some strategic partners. Like in the beginning, you asked me about traditional banks, right?
Yeah.
And partners in general. So, as a part of like an evolution, of course, I'm absolutely open to have some strategic partners, but it's not about quitting. It's about partnering with someone. So, especially take into account that more and more traditional financial institutions are joining the space, it can be very beneficial for both, like for us and for myself, to get some partners with strong experience on the traditional side, and for them, they can get a lot of benefits by getting like an instant access to all those modern, technologies. But again, short answer is no. And yeah, long answer is like more complex.
More complex, of course. And have you ever make like some mistakes in the crypto world? Which was the biggest mistakes you made? Even, I don't know.
Yeah, as for the biggest one, maybe I already told my story with the early days of Bitcoins and my barter startup. Yeah, but as for recent ones, it's always like, I very like barbell strategy. Maybe you know it. So it was like introduced by Nassim Taleb. Maybe you know the famous guy, the author of Black Swan and other interesting books. Yeah, exactly. This is my favorite, by the way. So the barbell strategy says the following: like, you should always like manage your, let's say, assets in the ratio of, like, let's say 80 to 20 or 70 to 30, where you should invest like 70 or 80% of your assets in like low risk, highly liquid instruments, but you should experiment with the rest. So you should experiment with 20 to 30%, investing in high risk, investing in some fancy things, right? And actually this rule is applicable not just financial markets, right? So this rule is applicable to basically anything in your life, because even your lunch, like 80% is just something like solid and 20% is dessert, right? Yeah. And wine, we spoke about wine earlier, yes. So, and speaking about mistakes, of course, I'm having mistakes with those 20%.
Of course.
And this is totally acceptable, right? So
you always calculated.
Yes, you always have to experiment with something. Even if you look at our product portfolio and retrospectively, so you will see some products that we had on the platform before, but then we removed them. So it's like a constant process.
It's part of the life process. Trying and error, and then repeat it and do it better.
Exactly, yes.
Talking about the educational part of YouOdler, some people are completely an expert in this part. How YouHodler used to form people and give access them to content to maybe learn better the DeFi world and the cryptocurrency world?
Actually, it's a very good question because we are at Torino Stadium, right? Okay. And a few meters from us, we have an auditorium where we have a lot of guests and we have an event with a strong educational focus, right? And this is great illustration of what we do, right? Okay. So we organize these kind of events pretty much often in different regions. Even different countries. So this is first thing. Second thing, we invest a lot in the content inside the platform. And I already mentioned our department who is producing analytics. And I think we will invest even more in this part, especially with really good and promising power of AI. I think it will be even easier in the midterm to produce more content and to help users to understand more.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Now a risky one, okay? If you will have $10,000 right now, where will you invest it? You can invest in only one coin. or one asset or wherever you want.
Look, I'm doing that. So, and again, I'm following the same principle, like 80 to 20. Sometimes.
But you can do it with only one. You cannot split right now. So you have to choose.
But it's wrong.
I know. but the question is.
Okay, you're asking about 10K, right? And you're asking about now.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Okay. We are in line with the channel.
Simple. So if you look at the chart of Bitcoin now, right?
Yeah.
I think it's still right moment.
Of course, it's the right moment.
Yeah. So
it's still cheap.
I don't want to invest in Melania coin. So Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is the right.
Sorry, Melania.
To close our interview, I will ask you. If you have to give an advice to young people like me or our community right now that is watching this video, what will be the best advice you can give right now?
So, don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
Very simple advice. Just work and experiment. Try different things. So just keep doing, keep trying, and again, don't be lazy. This is the key.
I think that can resume all our interview. Like it's very focused.
Speak Italian.
Giustamente, io potrei anche concludere in italiano perché tu lo capisci un pochino?
I can understand, but speaking is not that easy. So.
Ok. Credo che questo possa concludere perfettamente la nostra intervista perché riassume un po' tutto quello di cui abbiamo parlato oggi. Il consiglio che possiamo sempre darvi innanzitutto è informarvi. Prima di fare qualsiasi cosa dovete informarvi e YouHodler dà accesso a una serie infinita di metodi, di materiale formativo e anche a delle convention, possiamo chiamarle così, convegni, come quello che c'è oggi allo stadio, dove per partecipare bastava semplicemente registrarsi gratuitamente all'evento e venire qui in persona. Quindi, consiglio numero 1 è informarsi e poi non essere pigri. Lo so che è facile stare al telefono a scrollare, ma se vogliamo davvero cambiare il mondo e fare qualcosa per noi stessi, la parte numero 1 è fare. Io ringrazio tantissimo per la chiacchierata e spero di rivederti presto. In italiano. See you soon.
Yes, see you soon. Yeah.
See you soon. Arrivederci.
Yes.
Arrivederci.
Ciao ciao.
Alla prossima!